Okie dokie, let's make sure everything is recording here. Real quick, you know my podcast format is live. Okay. We're good. Let me just set up a couple things here. Get going. Okay, so here we are back again. It is Zell's podcast, episode 27, and these aren't going to be awfully long anymore, and they aren't going to be um, you know, super duper long ass episodes. And the way I have the playlist set up now is going to be where I'm going to add also just clips of me talking. They aren't going to be like full. They aren't going to be fully considered episodes, but they will just be clips just to bolster some of the stuff I do. So there's more in the podcast, playlist or whatever. So it's not just because I only have 27 episodes now. 27 episodes. I mean, oh yeah, and I decided to rock the Donovan Mitchell Utah jersey. I don't care no more. I'm not buying jerseys no more. I don't care about it. This is back when I was in my younger phase. I would buy a lot of jerseys. Like I'll get a jersey if it's on sale, maybe. But Denzoul is not buying no brand new jersey. Absolutely not. But yeah, I like that. I like that old. I used to be a Donovan Mitchell fan back in the day. He don't pass the ball a lot, but man's just gonna score the ball. But so, anyways, I don't want to get too far off topic, but I don't even know what my topics were. But I was just thinking, like, man, I've been doing this for so long, man. I've been on, I appreciate anybody that checks out the podcast too, bro. Podcasting, streaming, music, videos. I'm just an artist. I like to do everything. I'm an artist, a YouTuber. So I just like to do everything, and I just hope somebody clicks on it and they finds it entertaining, bro. That's it. More or less. I've been enjoying doing more shorts and stuff, been engaging with the community and stuff, and so that's been a lot of fun. But anyways, what was my topics today? Oh yeah, so I've been doing a ton of videos. I've been on a little mini vacation here, which is coming to an end after today. So this year, hasn't been great. Sometimes, how Denzoul does it. I just want to do stuff when I have the inspiration. So, I pretty much just had a lot of inspiration on these off days, and I just wanted to be productive because otherwise, all I really like to do is just go to the gym and like just diet and like I like to play the game, but I'm not like an everyday gamer. I've been playing a lot of Rivals, but even that I don't play every day. So, just feeling productive, man. So I'm like, let me do some stuff, and I want everybody to like, subscribe, comment. I hope people find these entertaining. I mean, at least something to put on in the background if you're kicking it, man. I mean, you gotta listen to a real ninja speak, man. I mean, uh, we live from Hueco Mundo, the Shadow Realm, whatever you want to call it. So, as of late, I've been doing just a ton of concepts, ton of videos, and so yeah, like I said, this is going to be the end. Pretty much, I'm just kind of inconsistent in terms of, maybe motivation and things. So, like for me, I like to have like moments where I drop like a ton of videos and do all my promotion in like a day or two. Like I'll have a day I drop 10 videos, 5 videos, and then just have like 2 weeks. The time goes so fast, bro. You just never know, bro. Time goes so fast, man. A lot of people have been passing away this year. It hasn't. It's been a tough year, man. A lot of car accidents going on. Like, um, I haven't been keeping up. I don't keep up with sports as much as you would think. But I did. I heard the Browns won yesterday too. So I mean, I guess that's cool. Cleveland, aka Fuego Mundo. Ain't nothing to it, man. It's just Browns, bro. They get so emotional in Cleveland about sports, bro, that it's honestly to me kind of strange. But small market, large market population, but all small markets are like this. They're just it's educational towns, sports related cities, They don't have nothing to do but talk about sports. So, like I feel like that's why they're so strangely passionate about it. But so yeah, that's cool, bro. I mean, and then the Cavs have been cheeks as of late. So Zell's podcast, man. Sometimes I just ramble about nothing, and hope someone listens to it. So yeah, man. If you like this, comment, subscribe, and please, most of all, just I want people to go to my Spotify, go to my Apple Music, and this is going to lead me to my next topic. Go to my Spotify, go to my Apple Music. Please download some music. I think I am a freestyle, not parody, not quite parody lane, like say like a Miles or something. More like a Little B, Bones, independent, Xavier Wolf, that kind of independent riffraff. I like riffraff a lot. Like I listen to some riffraff. I think he's very entertaining. So for me, I think it's about entertainment. So I feel like, but my personality, I'm kind of just like bland individual. But I think I have a lot of fun when I do my art. But if you see me in the real world, I mean, you're not. It's too many people, bro. It's like, so I don't put on a facade per se. But I think if you can find my music entertaining, hey man, why not help a brother out? Help a brother out, That's all I'm trying to do. Just who knows what's really happening in this life, man. So many people, like I said, it's been a tough year. A lot of people rest in peace, Rest in peace to a lot of people, rest in peace to my grandmother. Um, you know, Rest in peace to my wife's family members. I don't want to get too into detail, but it's just been a lot of stuff going on, man. A lot of bad stuff, and but hey, I mean, a lot of good stuff happened too. Got married this year. A lot of good stuff happened. So, had to switch jobs multiple times this year. Terrible year to job wise. I don't know what's been going on, but anyways, I'm rambling now. So what I was going to say, anyways, go to Apple and Spotify, and I think there's really no reason in like hiding it, or it's not something that's been intentionally trying to be hidden. But Young Trash, right? This is just like my alternate artist name. I go by a couple monikers, Denzoul, Zell, Z-E-L, um, the Lord of Blasphemy, which that's one that I picked for myself, obviously, inspired by Elden Ring. So yeah, Denzoul, Zell, Planet Zell, obviously, Lord of Blasphemy, and Young Trash. Those are pretty much my big four monikers. Young Trash, I like to wear a mask because, so I freestyle everything, basically. Everything I do is a freestyle. I haven't really written a word in about 7 years or so. So you can look at my past videos and you can really scroll back to find like, maybe some older videos, but like all my older content is written for the most part. But for basically the moniker Denzoul is going to be my freestyle, somewhat serious or somewhat, trying to be vibey. Or if I write something, I'll write it under Denzoul, right? So it's like Denzoul is for writing and freestyling. If I want to write something, if I have the inspiration to write something. Whereas Young Trash is just all my risky freestyles or just stuff that I'm not even editing. Like when I say freestyle, I still take my time with it. I do a couple bars here and there with Denzoul. Young Trash is right off the dome. Not even thinking about it. You know, I don't desire to be the number one, the most known, the most like lyrical, spiritual, miracle rapper of all time. I believe music is for. I love music, right? So I believe you must maintain an aspect of enjoyment to it for the creator themselves. So I think like, I'm not the kind of person that's going to just sell my soul and or just try to make the most serious joints or only club bangers because that's just not my personality. So for me, I just, so I do a lot of freestyling, and the Young Trash songs, they're all one take, literally one take, and then anything I add to it after that is just layered, all one take as well. So I don't really write any music unless I really feel inspired to write something. I feel as though it becomes restrictive. I don't know, I think longer you've been in the rap game, bro. I mean, I've been in this industry. I've been doing YouTube for many years. I've been doing rap or not even rap, just art in general. I've been an artist for, 14, 15 years now. So, for me, I'm not exactly an amateur, but I'm not like, I don't really care to be well known. I mean, well known for what? What is the sake of for sake of what? Being well known for what? So people recognize you for what? I'm not really a person that enjoys the public per se. While I can speak to the public, enjoying being in the public and enjoying it is a very different thing. Some people like that. Some people like to, always. I think you have to maintain an aspect of privacy, but that's just based on your personality, I think. And I think you can still be an artist, still be a YouTuber, still create things, and still maintain an aspect of privacy in your life. I think you just have to go about it the right way. It's kind of like your Daredevil. Like, you can't just be out here. You can't be in public acting like Daredevil. It's like hiding in plain sight, if that makes sense. This is probably only something the intelligent will understand, right? The YN or the lesser business savvy individual will, just act a certain way, or just so they ruin it for the rest of us. It's like your intelligence is ideal in in the public in real life. Like, you have to understand, like, all this freestyling, all these videos, this is entertainment, right? This is entertainment. So, but life is not entertainment. Every day is not entertainment. Every day you have to get up, you have to, like, I wish I was getting paid to do this. That's my goal, and that's why I keep going at it, because eventually I would like to do what I'm doing now, basically, just not have to leave the house. That's my goal. I would still go to the gym, like, I would still do certain things, but for me, like I said, I'm not scared of the public. I could give a speech in front of 1,000 people. I could do a show in front of 100,000 people. But me, like, it's like for me, like being in a room with like 5 people, talking to people personally, I do not, I would rather speak to thousands than actually speak to 5 people. You know what I'm saying? It's just weird. I guess I am just a weird individual, just a strange artist. It's like I don't care to boast or to be the most, like, you know, just, how some people are so charismatic, maybe is the word. I'm not sure. To me, this is just stupid. You're just drawing attention to yourself. For me, I could put on a hat and you don't even know who I am. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I think even if you're like a hero that has your identity public, it doesn't mean you have to act like a moron in public. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much my vibe with it. So Young Trash, I say all this to say, you might hear Young Trash and think like, well, this guy's crazy. We need to lock him away for years. No, this is just freestyle. Like, for me, I realize now, like, certain things are easier for me than others. like public speaking or like just like making music or making videos. All this stuff comes easy to me all because I've worked at it for 15 years. So for others this might be, like you hear a song by Young Trash and you might have some shock value. But to me this is just a song like that I just freestyled, so it's not for anybody to be listening to and bleeding at the nose. And I think it's not so serious. That's why the name of my last tape is Catastrophically Unserious. And because I think there's an aspect of it where it becomes too serious to where it's boring, and that's what I don't want to do. Like I don't want to bore myself trying to, meet the expectations of others. So yeah, bro, Young Trash. Obviously, I added that playlist to my front page because I feel like I was doing some good content on there and whatnot. But as of late, I've done quite a lot, right? So, a month ago I did Catastrophically Unserious, so got back into the music. So I do, I try to do at least a little less than 10 songs a year, ideally, just to keep it going. So that got me going there a little bit. Then I did the Pendulum video. So I'm just trying to catch people up. Some people only listen to my pod. Some people only know me as a podcaster. Some people only know me as a streamer. Some people only know me as an artist. Some people only know me as a workout enthusiast. So, just for if you're only on the podcast, just catching people up, I did Catastrophically Unserious, 4-track EP that went on my Denzoul account on Spotify, Apple, everything. Please go give it a buy and give it a listen. If you like it, please give it a buy. And then I did a video for the Pendulum song on that tape. And I'm always doing streaming. Streaming is like my daily task. I always try to keep myself busy. I mean, it's not about hustle culture. It's just who I am, I guess. I mean, so yeah, then I recently did some Young Trash joints solo. I do songs with a friend of mine, but I just haven't been wanting to get out lately. So just haven't been feeling like doing a lot of stuff. With the team and whatnot. So I've just been doing a lot of solo stuff. I think team is important. But being a solo, doing everything solo is very important, bro. It really is. I think it's the best way to build character. It's the best way to give yourself, like you can't be a player 7 ass nigga. You gotta be a player 1 nigga first, and then that way, being with your team is easy, because everybody's an Avenger. You don't want to be the backup nigga. You don't want to be the fucking player 8 ass nigga. I mean, you gotta just. People are too scared to do stuff, bro. You gotta just release stuff. It's not that interesting, bro. You think you're so interesting. There's 10 billion people on the planet, bro. You're not that interesting. So anyway, so yeah, man, been playing some Rivals. Then I did a Young Trash joint, Scuba Bowser. That went on Apple and Spotify. Those are the joints I have to pay more for, blah, blah, blah. Get a beat, pay for it, blah, blah, blah. And then I did a free trash EP that's unpaid stuff. So that's only YouTube copyright infringement type stuff that you can't really do nothing with, but just for the heck of it, basically. So that's the free trash EP. That consists of 2 Young Trash songs, which are the raccoon emoji and Bottom 5 rapper in the multiverse. Once again, people take these things too seriously. Like I got a comment like, yeah, bro, you need to quit rap. And I'm like, that's actually funny to me. I think that's hilarious. So I think because people are too mentally fragile, like, that's why I make so much fun of myself as Young Trash, because it's not that serious, bro. People take it themselves too seriously. Like, I can tell in your energy. It's like I can just read energy. Denzoul, I can see your soul. Like, I just understand, like, energy transfer, and I just understand it all. So for me, it's not that serious. But yeah, I think the free trash EP was pretty good. I did that because I feel like Scuba Bowser was actually, I did the beat and I did all the stuff with it and whatnot, and then I released it, and I'm like, I don't think it's on Apple and Spotify yet. There's always a bit of a delay, but it'll be on there soon. But it's just, I didn't like the I don't like doing super long songs. So that song was 4 minutes, but because it was just going on the Young Trash page, I wanted to just extend it a little bit. So it got kind of, it wasn't my favorite song. So I was like, let me follow that up with two more Young Trash songs. So Free Trash, I like that EP. I think it's decent. Some of the audio is a little lower because it's hard to blend it with these some of these cheat or some of these free beats are very whack, harder to mix, so harder to blend your voice in them sometimes. So I think my voice is a little low on some parts, but it's Young Trash. Like I think it's important for me to maintain an element of fun because that's what keeps me motivated and keeps me doing it. So yeah, and then just today I just did another music video. I haven't done a music video myself in about a year or so. So like I don't want to just I don't want to just rely on my friends and always so. And not that I do that anyway. I'm just severely self-sufficient, and I say that, and I still need help with things. So it's like, you know, I think it's important to understand the concept of self-sufficiency first. And I'm working on this, but also being able to let others help you, I guess I would say, or being able to rely on people is hard for me. But that's just is what it is. I mean, when you don't have the best upbringing ever, you have to just figure things out yourself, bro. But yeah, man, I just did another video. This is an older song, another free song. I'm the best human at everything. Just wanted to get back, just get my hands dirty, get my hands a little dirty in the video game again, bro. Just wanted to do a video. I just wanted to make a music video just because. So, nothing too big of a deal, but I was just so mad because I was basically awake. I was awake way too long last night. I was up till like 2, 3 a.m. Just editing this video because I didn't realize my Mac is a little bit older. So now I can only pretty much do like 1080p. I didn't know that. I accidentally, I'm like, is something wrong? Do I have to go to get my MacBook fixed? Like, no. Really, it's just the RAM is too, the storage, the older models can't handle 4K. So my videos, like I used to be able to do it on this laptop at 4K, but now it's like it just won't process it anymore. So, and I'm certainly not buying a new laptop right now, so I'm not worried about it. So the videos are going to be 1080p, and that'll be all right. Because let's be realistic about it. Like nobody's bumping this shit. I mean, I hope they do, but I'm not the kind of person that's so worried about it. I feel like I do everything. So I don't know. I'm not worried about one lane. Like if a stream gets a lot of views, if a podcast, if a music video, if a regular video, if whatever. I just want to, eventually, I'm going to keep working at it or die trying, whatever. At least I know that I did my thing, and I at least try. So, but yeah, man, I'm the best human at everything. I think sounds arrogant, but once again, this is all just this is all just a fun to me, right? We got to maintain an element of fun to things, otherwise they become boring and pointless, I believe. I mean, so I put a lot of pressure on myself to in Hueco Mundo in the shadow realm, right? But I think it's like I'm like two different people. It's like Matt Murdock and Daredevil. It's like so I think like in person, like I'm not like a comedian. Like I feel like I have funny moments, and I feel like I save my best moments for my videos. But it's just draining. It's like I don't know. So it's like in person, it's not as much. I'm just not the most lively person, I guess. I don't know. I'm just not. I'm learning this too. Like I'm not like a natural comedian. Like I'm funny, but to myself, it's weird. It's weird. But yeah, man. So I think that'll be about it for 2025. I think I'm gonna play some Elden Ring. I think I'm gonna hit the gym. I think I'm gonna play some Elden Ring. I gotta pick up some stuff from the grocery store. And I think that's gonna be pretty much it, bro. I think, I don't even think I'm gonna use the camera for Elden Ring. I think I'm just gonna play a little Elden Ring today. And, I don't really feel like Marvel Rivals today, man. I just don't feel like playing no fucking Marvel Rivals. So yeah, man. I think in closing, I do want to say, man, I've been doing this for a long time, and I think if you and I just want to just put a message out there, man. It's because it's been a rough year, you know. So hey, man, I just need people to understand you are enough, right? I think it's so easy to get caught up in negativity this day and age, right? We have to realize we are humans that are not only not intelligent enough for smartphones, we live in an era where people are consumed by them. We're not smart enough to handle them. So, like for example, people sending death threats over betting on a sports game, a sports ball game. You know what I'm saying? This makes no sense. This is young niggas, younger than you, look better than you, have better bitches than you, and they're making millions of dollars, and you know you're giving them death threats because they're shooting a basketball or throwing a football, playing a kids game. You know, the human species is woefully underdeveloped, and the people that don't take the time to manage themselves mentally and manage their social media and manage everything that they're doing in their life, you can really see it's like 70% of humans. It's hard to even relate to them. And that's why I do things like this, you know, because I have a very niche audience, very niche fan base. The blasphemers are not your average individual. This is either intelligent individuals or just very chill people that have an underlying understanding of themselves in life, right? So I think you are enough, though, right? I think we don't want to get caught up in the negativity of it because it becomes a negativity echo chamber. And you know, a lot of comedy can come from that, but we have to also grasp the reality that you are enough, right? Yeah, in this moment, whoever you are, wherever you are, you're still enough. That's, just existing is enough, right? Thus is the burden of life. We can't overthink it, to me. This is very simple, So, yeah, and I also like to close by saying, like, if you go back to my older videos, I was a big fat bastard. And, I'm not ragging on myself. I'm just saying you can see the progression through time. Now, yes, I had a hairline back in the day, but it's just funny. It's like now I'm in shape, but I have no hair. I have a beard, which is nice, but, it just is what it is, man. Bald nigga, bald nigga, bald nigga, bald nigga, all over my timeline, bro. It's like, but it don't be. You can't let people get you down. You can't be negative, bro. That's my thing. That's why I come on here with the bald head. I'm not scared of it because they're gonna hate. Don't mind the cat. He's just a fatso. He always wants to eat. But yeah, man. I used to be very big, and I think without me. I think putting myself out there, at least I think it helps myself, right? It gave me the motivation. I would look back at these videos and be like, wow, this is not who I want to be. And, you just then you have to figure out what you want to do. And then, but the dark thing I've realized about life, the very, very dark thing I've realized about life, do you see how much it takes for me to change myself? Just for me to change myself takes so much energy, so much passion, so much courage, and that's why it's, I don't know why I even think or why you would think you could change someone else. That's the thing. That's the thing about it. That's what's frustrating about life. Because like you work so hard to come from where you were to where you are, if you have that passion to do that, and you feel like you can give so much to other people, but it's like if they're not in the place to receive it, then they won't. Because it's like, and a person that's like me right now, or maybe out of shape, or maybe in shape, whoever you are, you're listening to this and you're like, all right, bro, I'm about to lock in. But that's like 10-15% of people. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, so it's unfortunate. Like, it's unfortunate. I feel like, most of the human race is vastly unreachable in terms of actual connection. But I think that's also not true for a lot of people as well, because I don't know everybody. I mean, I'm just in Hueco Mundo. I'm just in the shadow realm, so I don't know what's going on with everybody. But I'm just talking about what I've experienced. But I'm also not a person that likes to connect either. But I think, in terms of for me, I think it's always about getting better, right? I want that as a concept. So man, yeah, bro. So I don't know. This is a long podcast, motivational speech, longer than I thought it would be. So, but yeah, bro. Um, I guess that's pretty much it, bro. So if you see me back in my older videos, yes, that is me. I'm just huge. And when I was starting out, I was way worse at video editing. I was way worse at how I was doing things. I was just not thinking about what I was doing. I was just kind of doing random stuff. And, it's not good, but you had to start somewhere, right? Thus leading me here. And, to keep going, keep going, keep going. I mean, life is a game where you have to personally motivate yourself. You really do. You really do. Um, so, anyways, well, man, I think that's about it, man. Brown season is over. I mean, Cavs will probably make the playoffs because the East is cheeks, but the Cavs aren't looking great this year. I can only assume this is injuries. I think missing that small forward, the small forward, small forward. I think missing the starting small forward is doing a number on us, and I think people not being healthy is also. So, this is Cleveland. Let's not overreact. I mean, it's Hueco Mundo. It's Shadow Realm. Just fucking relax. Shadow Realm people, they are just tweakers. Just everywhere you look, you're gonna spot. Every time you turn your head, you're gonna spot about 10 to 15 tweakers. So we just gotta stop tweaking, bro. Every year has to be perfect. Last year was a perfect year, and we lost. Okay, that's the thing about people don't understand about the chip. It's not that serious because it comes around every year. Every single year, there's going to be another chip. It's going to be another chip. One team has to win the chip every year. And sometimes it's not possible for your team. It's simply not viable. Doesn't mean everybody needs to be traded. That's what people don't understand. So for me, man, I'm really waiting for summer. That's my favorite time. I like baseball. I like the summer. That's when I feel the best. I wouldn't call this seasonal depression. I don't think that's the case. I think baseball in the summertime is just better. Me personally, I don't mind basketball. Football is boring. Season's already over for the Browns, so whatever, man. All right, bro. That's Planet Zell. Like, subscribe, comment, and please go stream some music if you like to. Hey, man. I'm just trying to keep it pushing along, man. So yeah, Planet Zell, man. Zell's podcast episode 27. We'll be back on the next one, bro. And then all we got later, probably some Elden Ring in a few hours, and then that'll be it for today. Then I'm going to go on a little hiatus. So I'll see y'all in 2026, man. Till the next one.